Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the next piece. So in this video we are going to discuss about arrays programming. So basically if you are trying to crack any off-campus coding round or else if you are preparing for your interviews, then you should practice all these types of questions guys before solving actual problems in the whatever test they will be asking, right? So these are the simple questions guys for which like if you are a beginner or an intermediate candidate, then you should watch this video completely, and if you are an advanced level candidate, then I don't think so like it's watching worth. Okay, so here I'm solving very basic types of problems which everyone can understand, and as I have said earlier, like I have created a playlist where I'm solving continuously the problems related to programming. So off campus coding problems I'm solving here guys, and here I'm today I'll be talking about arrays topic. Okay, so here we will be totally solving 5 questions which you are able to see on the screen. So these are 5 questions I'll be solving step by step, and they will be like easiest, and after that a little hard, after that I mean the medium type of questions here I'm solving. So if you are a beginner and intermediate candidate, then I recommend you to watch this video completely, or else if you are a advanced one. Okay, so if you are looking for advanced problems, then those also I have already uploaded, you can check out the playlist. So without further delay, let us start our session. Okay, so the first question says guys, it's very simple. Write a Java program to find sum of all elements in an array. So here you will be given with one array and you need to find out sum of all the elements. So here I will not be hard coding the program. So whatever input I will be taking, that I will be taking from the user itself. So those things will just taken care. Okay. So if the one array will be taking from the user, and after that we'll be finding totally what is the sum of all the elements inside that array. So those things we are going to see in this first question. So let me just go to the Eclipse guys, and okay, so in arrays problem I will create one new file. Let us create one class, and I'll name it as problem2. So problem2 and the same package, and I want main method as well. So I'm creating one new class, and here you can see main method is already created. So in Eclipse if you choose, then it will give automatically the main method. Now as I said, I will be taking the input from user. So let us say I will take like I need to import the scanner class. So I will write import java.util.star. So if I import .star, then all the packages will be imported. So this line should be the second line guys. So always first line will be the package whatever we are writing. After that, so package is not mandatory. Actually I want to store my all programs in one folder, so that's why I created array problems as a folder. So package is basically folder itself. Okay, so once you have created, like I will be creating an object of a scanner class. Scanner sc equal to new scanner, and inside that one I have to write system.in. So this will create an object of scanner class, and here I will write one statement system.out.println. So what length array we are going to take. So enter the length of array. So let us say variable n I will be using, so that's what I'm writing. So in that case, whatever the user enters, that I'll be taking into an variable called n. So sc.next. So sc.next int method is used to take the input from the user. So I hope you know all those things, right? So if I want to take integer, then I'll write next int, and if I want to take long, then I'll write just next. So if you have not seen those videos, then I recommend you to see those theory classes first. After that you can go for this. Okay, so anyhow you are just seeing. Okay, you can just continue. Alright, so once I have taken the array guys, now it's time to initialize the array. So integer type of elements, and its name is array1. Okay, so here I will be writing new int, and its size will be capital N, whatever I will be specifying. So n is basically, this is basically to to allocate a memory. So once I have taken the array. So once I have created an empty array, then I will insert all the elements with the help of for loop. So I'll be taking dynamically, so that's why I'm writing a loop for this one. So I can just hard code, but I don't want to do that one. So for int I equal to 0, I should be less than here whatever n I will be taking, after that I plus plus. So why I'm taking less than is basically the index for array will be starting from 0. So that's why I have to take less than, otherwise it will throw index out of bound exception. So make sure that you take less than only. Okay, so after that array 1 of I will be equal to sc dot next int method. So whatever the user enters, that I'll be storing in the array 1. So already I have allocated the memory. Now it's time to store the elements which user is entering. So once I take the input from the user and my array is ready now, it's time to find out the sum of all the elements inside that array. So I will be taking another for loop for int I equal to 0, then I should be less than n, or I can say array dot length, both will work, and I let me just array dot length I'll be taking, and after that I'll be writing I plus plus. So this will increment my loop. So not get length guys, just length. Okay, so array dot, and here I'll be having array dot length. Yeah, so array dot length, and array, it's not array 1, and here it is small. I think it's typing mistake. Okay, so now it's fine. Integer I will be traversing from 0 to array dot length minus 1, so up to last element of the array. And here I also need one variable to store the sum. So int sum equal to 0 I will initialize outside this loop, and I will write for int I equal to 0, sum is equal to sum plus array 1 of I. That means, so each time it will take sum, and also it will take array 1 of I. That means first element, it is starting from 0, means it will first take the 0th element, 0th index element, it will add it to the sum, and these all together will be assigned into sum again. So this sum will again add with the second element as I will be incremented, third, fourth, and so long up to n. So this will be adding each and every element inside that array. So once we are done with adding elements, then I can print the results, system.out.println, then the sum of array elements is, and something like this I will print here the sum. Okay, so that's it guys, and now I'll try to run this one. Enter the length of array. Let us say I want to take 4 elements, and now it is asking for elements. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are the 4 elements, and here you can see the sum of array elements is 10. So here you can just write 4 plus 1 5 plus 2 plus 3. So if I add these together, then you can see it's 10, right? So I will just run it once again, this time I'm having 5 elements, and I'm writing it dynamically. You can see it is asking me to enter the numbers. So let me just 10, then 20, then 12, then 23, sorry 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again I will take 88. I will take. So you can see the sum of array elements is 143. So this is how you can write a simple program which is like completely dynamic. Okay, so here I'm not hard computing anything guys, like I'm taking the array length from the user itself. After that I'm taking the integer array elements from the user, and after that I'm computing the sum of those array elements. Okay, so this is how you can write a simple program to add all the elements present inside the array. Okay, so this is a solution for first question guys, and now let us move ahead and try to solve the second one. Okay, so second one says that question 2, write a Java program to find sum of even elements in a given array. So here we need to write a program which will find out whatever even elements will be entering through the keyboard. So those elements should be added up together and they should be printed. Their sum should be printed. Okay, so how I can write for this one? Let me just create a new file, and before that I'll just copy this one guys, so that I can edit in the same program itself. Now I will create one class, and this name will be problem, let us say 3, and it is also having independent public class and all those things. So I'll say control A, control V, that means the previous program I have taken here, but this I want to change. So what I will do, I'll just keep the things up to this one, guys, here. Okay, so that means whatever the number I will be taking, so the same things will be there for this one also. So that's why I'm keeping those things as it is. And here the problem 3, so problem 3 it is. And yeah, so the rest of the things like importing those things and all those things are same. Okay, so yes, scanners class and input it will be taking. After that I'm creating a new array, so this also remains the same for the current program. So here it will be taking the input. Now I will initialize e1 sum. So e1 sum equal to 0, that means I'm storing e1 sum inside this thing. And I will write one for loop for int I equal to 0, I is less than array1 dot length and I plus plus. So I plus plus I will write, and here what I need to do is I need to check each and every element. If it is even, then I need to add it to the sum, otherwise I will not add it to the sum. So what I can do, if whatever element that is array 1 of I, so starting from 0th element, if array 1 of I modulus 2 is equal to 0, that means it is completely divisible by 0. In that case it will be a even number. If it is not completely divisible by 2, then it will be a odd number. So in this case I want even, so that's why what I will write, array 1 of I modulus 2 is equal to 0, that means it's a even number. If it is a even number, what I need to do is e1 sum is equal to e1 sum plus 1. So this is traditional way, and if you want to write like this also you can write. Some people write in this fancy way, e1 sum plus plus they will write. This will also work. After that another method like EV E1 sum plus equal to 1. This is also fine, guys. This will also work, and there are a lot of methods, but I always go with the traditional one like E1 sum equal to E1 sum plus 1. That means increment it by 1. So this is also okay, and this is also okay. Both will, all of these three will be working, but I will go with the first one. Okay, so I don't want to complicate things, so that's why I'm going with the simplest one, right? So after that, here I have found the sum, whatever even element sum, and now it's time to print those things. System.out.println sum of all even elements is, and I will write concatenate with even sum. So this is how I will be writing, and let me just run this one, guys. It is asking for enter the length of array. So it may be like 5 elements are there, and those elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the elements. So the sum of all even elements is 2. So here 2 is a even element and 4 is even element, and it is showing me the wrong answer because the sum of all even elements is not 2, and the problem is here, guys. I have not written properly the loop, so I'm just incrementing it by 1, and this is actually, I don't know why I have written this one. So I was in another context. Actually I need to take the array element and I need to add. So array 1 of I have to write. So okay, so at this moment it will add the even element to the even sum. So now it will work fine. Okay, so sometimes it happens. Okay, now you can see sum of all even elements is 6. So what are all the even elements? 2 is a even element and 4 is even element. 2 plus 6, 2 plus 4, 6 is the answer, right? So if I want to find out odd element sum, then let me just run some another test cases as well. So like if I got 6 elements inside this one, let us say 12 is 1, 45, 67, 89, 123, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 99 is last element. Okay, so now you can see sum of all even elements is only 12. So all these things are odd, so that's why it is returning only 12, right? So now if I want to find out the sum of all odd elements, what I can do, you just need to change one thing here, guys. If array 1 of I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, remove this 1 equal to and just insert this exclamatory mark, then it will be working as sum of odd elements. So it will be like, here I need to enter how many elements. Let me just enter 5 again. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. So now sum of all, it is returning return even elements, but it is actually returning the sum of odd elements. So 1 is odd, 3 is odd, and 5 is odd. 5 plus 3 8 plus 1 9. So you can see 9 is the answer. So just if you remove this exclamatory mark again and if you insert equal to, then it will be a program to find out the sum of all even elements. Okay, so I hope you understood this, guys, and this is how you can simply write a program which will calculate the sum of all even elements inside a given array. Okay, so that's it, and now let us move ahead and try to solve the next question. Next question says that okay, so let me just go to the third question now. Alright, so write a program to find sum of even indexed elements. So this is somewhat different. Right now what I did is I have find out the sum of all elements which are actually even, but now in third question what I want to do is I want to find the sum of all elements whose index is even. So we know that if it is an array, then it will be having index values. Yeah, so we know that concept. Let me just write something like 1 2 and 3. If these are the three elements inside my array, like in these codes will be writing and one name will be going, they will be having index values 0 1 and 2. Here I can say 2 is a even index and 0 will not consider, so this will be considering as even itself, and 1 is a even indexed element, right, and 0 will be considering as even only. Okay, so in this context what I want to do is whatever even indexed elements will be there, for them I need to find out the sum. So how I can do this, let me just show you guys. Okay, so we'll go to the Eclipse again, and yeah, this program will control A, control C, and after that we'll create another like problem 4 will take, and inside the same package I want to include the main method, so you have to check mark this one in Eclipse. Okay, so after that control A, control V, and you just erase those things like whatever up till this one. Okay, so you just delete this one, and when this thing is used to take the input, let it be the same, and problem 4, whatever the file name is there, the main class name should be the same, and this one I will save and cut. Okay, so now this is ready, guys. Okay, so this is taking the input from user. Now it's time to find out the even indexed elements. So even indexed elements in the sense they will be placed at even positions, right? So if I want to find out like that, what I will be doing is basically I will write one for loop for int I is equal to 0, I should be less than array1 dot length. After that I will write I plus plus, and inside this what I will be doing, I need to find out the index values. So index value is basically the I value. So if I modulus 2 is equal to 0, in that case it's a index position. So now what I want to do is I will take one element like int sum equal to 0, again I will initialize. So if it is a index or a even index, then what you do is array 1 of whatever index is there, you just add it to the sum. So sum will be equal to sum plus array 1 of I and terminate it with the help of semicolon. So this will make sure that whatever elements from the array will be added are placed at index positions that are even. So that will just find out the even array elements sum. So once the sum is found, guys, and I will write system.out.println, and here I will write like the sum of all even indexed array elements is, and I'll concatenate with sum. Okay, so this is how I will be writing, and now let me just run this one. It is asking for the numbers, and I will enter 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can see the sum of all even indexed array elements is 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be adding 5, 6, 7, like 0 it will be taking. After that it will be taking 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 5 it will take, 3 it will take, and 1 it will take. So 0 is considered as even here. Okay. So this is how it will be giving 9 as the answer. Right. And the same thing applies, guys, if they say like find out the sum of all elements which are placed at odd index, then remove that equal to, and put one exclamatory mark there, so which will make it as not equal, and again give it as 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If I hit enter, then you can see the sum of all odd indexed elements. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 2 it will add because they are at the odd index, and the answer is 6. So we have already solved like 6 programs where like they are the variants. Okay, so that's it, guys, and this is how you can easily solve a program, that is question 3. Okay, so after that question 4, which is somewhat like a different one, and I think it's a little complicated. Okay, let me just read it out. Write a Java program to find difference between even indexed elements and odd elements in array. So clearly see that, guys, they are first taking the even indexed elements. So even indexed elements, and after that odd elements. Okay, so in one case or one half of the program, they are asking for even indexed elements for which the program, for which we have just now we have written the program, and after that we have to find out the odd elements in the program. That means whatever the elements are there, we need to find out the odd elements from that. So sum of even indexed elements we need to find. After that sum of odd elements, they are not saying like odd indexed elements, they just want odd elements itself, right? And now after that we need to find out the difference. Difference means we have to subtract them from each other. So how I can write this one, guys? So basically see, the algorithm will be something like this. First take an array, whatever we have taken already, we have written for that one. Find out the sum of even indexed elements. After that find out the sum of odd elements, and after that subtract it from each other, then we'll be getting the difference between them. Okay, so let me just do the same thing over here in Eclipse. So control A, copy all those things, and now I'll create new folder, and I guess it's problem 5, and it's having independent package and method also I want. And once I have done that one, I'll control A and control V. So after that I'll just delete these things like integers, sum, and all those things, and I'll rename this to problem 5 because the class name and the file name should be same. So I'll save this one. Now guys, now I will write one comment here to find even indexed elements sum. So I will initialize one variable int even sum, and it is like 0 I will initialize. After that I will use one for loop, the same thing, guys, just now we have written int I equal to 0, I should be less than array 1 dot length and I plus plus. So after that enter into this for loop and check if I modulus 2 is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, that means it's a even indexed element. At that moment what I want to do is even sum is equal to even sum plus array 1 of I. That means whatever the element which is present at even index that I want to add it to the even sum. So once I found out the even sum, now it's time to find the what I want to next part. What is there? Odd elements in the array. So odd elements, sum of odd elements in array. So this is how, and for this also I need for loop for int I is equal to 0, then I should be less than array1 dot length, after that I plus plus, and here I will be writing. So I just want to find out what are all the odd elements. So what I can write is, guys, so if array1 of I, so just now we have seen how to do this, right? So array1 of I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, so that means it's an odd element. And what I can do is I just take one new variable like odd sum is equal to 0. This will be basically storing the odd elements sum. Okay, so I will write odd sum is equal to odd sum plus array1 of I. So whatever element I will be taking here for comparison, the same element I am adding, because it's a element which is actually odd element. Okay, so this is for even indexed element sum and this is for odd element sum. So once I found the sum, what I can do is if I want positive answer, guys, what I can do, I'll just want to do one check and do one check I will do. So what I can do, even sum, if even sum is greater than odd sum, in this case what you can do is, and result I will take another variable int result equal to 0 I will initialize, and here what I can do is result equal to, as even sum is greater than odd sum, what I will do, even sum minus odd sum I will do, and those result will be initialized to create a local variable result, it is saying. So int result, and yes, there is no need to write this one, as I can create a local variable int result equal to even sum minus odd sum, because I don't want negative value. Else in next case, like if even sum is less than odd sum, then at that moment int result equal to odd sum minus even sum, the opposite of the above. So here we have written even sum minus odd sum, and here I will be writing odd sum minus even sum. Okay, so after that everything is done. Now it's time to write like difference, the difference between even index elements and odd elements is, and here I will write like this, concatenate with the result whatever I'll be getting. Yes, and here you can see it is saying that the result cannot be printed because it's the local variable, guys. Whatever result I'm using, it's a local variable and it cannot be accessed outside this one. So what I can do is I'll just take a variable, let us say z equal to 0, and here once I found the variable, and I will initialize result to z, and the same thing will be done with here also. Okay, so instead of printing result, I will print z, so an extra variable I will be using. That's it. And now let me just write out. So 5 I will be giving 1 2 3 4 and 5. So the answer says that, what it is saying, guys, yeah, the difference between even index elements and odd elements is 0. So let me just verify this one. So first, even index elements means 0 1 2 3 and 4. So 5 even index elements, I can just write this one if I want, otherwise I can add it like this, 0 1 2 3 and 4, 5 plus 1 6 7 8 and 9 it will take. After that uh, after that what it will be doing, like the odd elements. So whatever odd elements are there, 5 is odd element, 3 is odd element, and after that 1 is odd element. So 5 plus 1 6, 6 7 8 and 9. So both the sums are 9, guys. I hope you are getting this one, otherwise I'll write for you. So I'll just trace it out so that you can observe. Okay, so see, 1 2 3 4 and 5, these are the elements, and for these index values are, I'll write it in red. 0, I'm not able to select this red. Yeah, now I'm done. 0 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so now in this ink I will write, let me just write over here. So the sum of even index elements. So even index are which one? So 5 is even index, this one. After that 2 is also even index and 0 is also even index. So what I'll be getting, 1 plus at 2 element is 3, so I'll write 3. After that, at fourth position the element is 5. So if I am adding these together, like 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 3 6, 7 8 and 9, 9 I will be getting. So this is the sum of even index elements. Now it's time to find odd elements. I need to take directly the odd elements. So 1 is odd, 3 is odd and 5 is odd. So again the same thing I will be getting, like 1 is odd element, 3 is also odd element and 5 is also an odd element. So if I add them together, I will be getting 9 again. Now it's time to find the difference. So as both the elements are same, the difference will be 0. So this is the answer whatever we are getting here. So this is how you will be tracing, guys, and before writing the program also you need to trace this logic inside your mind. So that's it, guys, and I'll just show you other test cases as well. Let me just run this one again, and this time I'll taking 6 elements. Let me just 3, then 45, then 23, then 78, and then 2 22, 1 2 3 4 5, again 88 I will take. So you can see the difference between even index elements and odd elements is 23. If you want, you can cross check by calculating. Just now I have shown you the procedure. Okay, so this is about the fourth question, guys, and now let us move ahead and try to solve the fifth one. Okay, so now it's already 32 minutes gone, guys. Okay, so quickly I will solve the fifth one. Write a Java program to copy array elements from one array to new array. So this is pretty much simple, guys. Simple question, like I need to write a program in which I will be having one array, and I need to create another array and copy the elements from old array to new array. So this is like just a simple program. Let me just save this one, and after that create new file and create new class, and its name will be like problem 6. I will take the same package I want with the main method. So finish. Okay, so file has been created, guys, and just delete these things. Okay, fine. So problem 6, and its name is also problem 6. Fine. Yeah, so take the elements. I will again paste this whatever I have copied previously, the procedure, and it's problem 4. I will rename it to problem 6. Now it will be fine. I will just cut these two programs, they are not useful now, right now. Okay, guys, okay, fine. So now what they said is you need to take one array, and after that you need to copy all the elements from one array to new array. So before copying I need to allocate the memory. So how I can allocate? Just create one array. So array 1 I am already having, so I will create array 2 of same size, because I need to take the elements from array 1 and I need to copy those elements and paste those elements into array 2. So I will be taking the new array whose name is array 2, and its size will be same, data type will be same, and each and everything declaration will be same. So this will make sure that a new array 2 will be created with the same data type and same size. Now it's time to copy the elements. So again use for loop. For int I equal to 0, then I should be less than array 1 dot length. Here there is no restriction. You can use array 1 dot length, or you can use array 2 dot length, or you can use directly capital N also. So both will be, three things will be working, guys. So I'll just show it with each and everything right now. So first I'll go with N. Okay, so once I'm written the loop here, now what I will do, I will just write like this: array, what I can do is array 2 of I will be equal to array 1 of I. That means whatever the index element at 0th index element will be there, that element from array 1 I will be copying it to the, always right hand side will assign to the left hand side. So write new array on the left hand side and the old array on the right hand side. Okay, so once you are done with this, and if you want to see the like what are all the elements in the array 2, then what you can do is you can use for each loop. Okay, so how we write for each loop, guys? So basically for, and I can take one variable int I, and after that I just want to specify the array name, that is array 2. And inside this what I can write is like system.out.println. So inside this curly braces I have to write system.out.println, and I will be printing I. That means it will be directly iterating on the elements itself. So now let me just run this one. Enter the length of array n. I'll take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the elements which I am entering. So now whatever it is printing, so these are the elements which are coming from the new array, that is from array 2. Okay, so this is how you can do a simple program which will actually take the elements from the user and it will print the elements into a new array. It will store the elements into a new array. Okay, so that's it for today's session, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I already solved a lot of off-campus questions. You can see over here. So a ton of questions are already solved. These are the questions which are really asked in the off-campus, and here you can see I already included the screenshots as well. That means these are the actual exams which you will be finding in the off-campus recruitments. If you want to see those things, you can follow the playlist, guys. Beautiful codes I have written, and they are really helpful. If you want to really crack the exam, then you can see this whole playlist. It's very useful. Okay, so that's it, and if you like the video, please do leave a thumb, and if you comment one beautiful line for me, then it will be awesome, guys. And rest okay, so we'll meet in the next video, right? So thank you, guys. Thanks for seeing. Bye bye.